What is up, everybody? You're live with the project. Another great breaking news episode. I'm starting to really enjoy doing these because they keep giving me stuff to talk about. And not only that, I'm really excited for 2023 because there's going to be a lot of good stuff finally coming. I feel like the world's returning to normality for the most part because of it. 2022 seemed like the last vestige year of all this pandemic stuff. It seems like it's finally getting back to normality. Game developers know that, movie producers know that, a lot of businessmen know that. So it's a lot to be excited about right now. There's even more to be excited about in the world of entertainment and pro wrestling. I did an episode about Kanye West, Will Smith, Pete Davidson, all those people on the previous episode. So go check that out. And I tied that to WrestleMania Goes Hollywood. What's more Hollywood than WrestleMania? You can have the Snoop Dogs and the Donald Trumps and all the entertainers of the world show up because it's not that much of a difference between pro wrestling and entertainment. And if faster a lot of these fans figure that out, I think the happier a lot of people will be. And most importantly, the faster WWE figure that out, the more successful as a business entity they will be. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's about. If you're a real brander, you real about money, you're gonna know what to do. You're gonna go with what the majority of people think. No business has ever been successful focusing on the vocal minority. It's never a good idea. Any smart business person knows that. Anyone knows that. But continuing with the conversation here, the most notable thing out of this week, and I want to do this yesterday, but I got caught up with some editing and doing a couple of things with my updating my computer and things, so it took a long time to do that. The most important thing to come out of this, Charlotte Banks, Sasha Banks returned. Not Sasha Banks, I'm all up, but Charlotte Flair returned and stirred up the internet quite badly. But I think a lot of people are overreacting because they're looking at it. Oh, she just beat and derailed the alleged baddest woman on the planet. But what people need to understand is this is the most exciting thing that can come out of this. This is the most exciting development WWE can have. And this is why Charlotte Flair as a performer is extremely intelligent. And the reason she's intelligent, she probably got this from her father, Ric Flair, who was also a very extremely talented performer, is you always make yourself scarce and you make people really want to see you. And how could I miss you if you don't go away? Charlotte is an expert. That's the gospel to Charlotte Flair. And after a long reign, because she knows people's going to hate her after a while, because she's who she is. She's Ric Flair's daughter. And people will also, you keep getting these opportunities because you're a four-horse woman. She knows this. So she's smart enough. You know what? I'm going to take a break because she shows some glimpses of possibly not having the best mental health or the best, at least, response to when she's being attacked on social media. She seems kind of a sensitive woman. And she's smart enough to take breaks at the right time. She's smart enough to, okay, well, I had a 6-month reign. Let me just go be with my husband who's in another company because family comes first, because mental health comes first. Let me take a break and then I'll come back. I miss Charlotte a lot. Like, you guys, people that, because I'm one of the top internet bloggers and news reporters of pro wrestling today. I'm at least top 5 on the internet. And ask all the people that know me, they would tell you that, oh man, I really miss seeing Charlotte because WWE's worst year as of to date, post WrestleMania wasn't even that great, with the exception of the people involved with the Jackass and Paramount situation. WrestleMania was bad this year. This is one of the worst WrestleManias in a long time. It was terrible. But post WrestleMania, nothing exciting happened all year, really. We knew Brock was going to come back. We knew Goldberg was going to have that post-date WrestleMania obligations that he have to do with Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates. That's in his contract. We know it's going to be a set amount of dates that Goldberg shows up. We know that. So that wasn't anything to be excited about. John Cena wasn't coming back because he was doing deals in China. He did come back, but on New Year's Eve. You know what I mean? He was not there all year. So we knew Austin after that. We weren't going to see, after WrestleMania, we weren't going to see Austin. Rock was covered up all year, with Hollywood dates and movies and all that type of stuff. We knew we weren't going to see any of these people. So Charlotte returning, and along with John Cena and Sasha going to Japan, these might be the biggest developments to come out of pro wrestling all year. 2022 was a bad year, and some of it WWE couldn't control. I understand life happened. The pandemic got in the way. I totally get it. However, the everyday fan that's just trying to get through the day, get through the week, they're not going to care about that type of stuff. They're not going to care that this is why WWE was bad and all that. They just want to be entertained. And Charlotte Flair returning proves that she's still a star, proves that she still always get a reaction no matter how long she's away. And what I was trying to get people to understand is you already know Ronda Rousey is eventually going to get this title back. This is a let Ronda cool down, or what I saw it as really was let's show Ronda showing some depth and character development. She's showing that she has a bit of range because let's be honest, Ronda Rousey has one mode, intense face. That's it. She don't have any range as a performer. She don't have facial expressions. She don't have any of that. She has one gear in her repertoire. That's it. And Ronda desperately needs, if she's going to have longevity, because it seems like she's never going to fight again. She's got more money than anybody can need. She's, a prepper and all this stuff on the side. She has no reason other than she's crazy to go back to UFC and get her brains bashed in by a fighter. It's no reason for her to put herself in a dangerous situation, especially what we know as a society about CTE. It's literally no reason for her to go back to UFC. So if she wants a long career in WWE, she has to develop range, or she's going to flame out quickly because it's no longevity in being a fighter. Like, if you're a fighter now, you're not that bright of a person. You're just, you're not. It just is what it is. So Charlotte returning, the way it happened, people can get upset, get mad, say, oh, I should have knew it was going to happen. No, you did not. Nobody saw this coming. It caught me off guard. It caught you off guard. It caught everybody off guard. Stop being dishonest. Nobody saw Charlotte. We thought this was going to be a Ronda dominate Raquel in the finals, and that was it. Or in the main event of SmackDown, and the show was going to close. This needed to happen. John Cena returning and having what we knew would only be a 3 to 4 minute segment, even though he wrestled. We knew this wasn't going to do anything but pop the rating. This was a final, last-ditch, desperate attempt from WWE to pop the numbers. That's all this was. You needed more than John Cena to end a very bad, eventless WWE 9-month year, because I'm counting after WrestleMania. It had to happen. Whether people want to admit it or not. Welcome Justin Fleming, another person. If WWE don't get that SmackDown Women's title off Charlotte, I'm done with WWE. Nah, Justin, nah. What you got to understand is Ronda Rousey, I will be beyond shocked and surprised if Ronda Rousey does not leave California, WrestleMania 39, with that title. She's getting that title back at WrestleMania. This is going to give her Ronda Rousey much time to get more, because she's had sloppy matches when she had that title. I like Ronda, but all her matches were sloppy. Almost all of them were sloppy when she won the title. I forgot when she won the title, but she had a nice little spell, nice little stretch with the title. All her matches was sloppy. So this gives Ronda time to go to PC, get some more camera presence time, get more in the ring time. This is probably one of the better things you could do. Only other person I want to see with that title on SmackDown, I don't think they're currently there. All the people I want to see the title are, Lacey Evans, but she don't have any momentum. I would like to see her as a fan because I like what she does, but she doesn't have the momentum and the storyline to get the title. So mine is Lacey Evans. Nobody is currently present in WWE that makes sense having that title. I don't want to see Bayley have it. Becky Lynch is always involved with the Raw title. Sasha isn't there. The people I want, a lot of them are in NXT or not being used. Mandy Rose got fired. We already know where that went. You know what I mean? So who was my favorite pick over everybody to win the title? But it had to happen. It had to happen. And most importantly, it don't even matter that Charlotte came back and won the title. I can understand the argument for, maybe this didn't make sense. Ronda, this is going to derail her momentum, even though I don't think it will. I'm willing to accept somebody's argument if they say that. However, from a surprise and shock value standpoint, this needed to happen. John Cena coming back is not news because we already know he's going to be involved with WWE until he decides to die or something. I don't know. John Cena is one of the most loyal WWE employees ever. He might be the most loyal WWE employee. John Cena's not going anywhere. So when he comes back, it's nice to see Cena because he's been gone for a while, but you already know it's only so many things he's going to do because he has a successful career in Hollywood. It's only so John Cena, and nor should he. He's not going to be doing too much of anything because he don't have no reason to. John Cena is a forever star with whatever he's doing. He got the thing with the Peacemaker. He's probably going to have other roles. It only made sense, as Rick Ross would say, this was a great surprise, and I think people that's pretending like they're not surprised is just, honestly, they just don't like Charlotte. That's all it really comes down to. You don't like Charlotte. It wouldn't have mattered who did this. No, I'm sorry. if anybody else would have did this, it wouldn't have been as impactful. If you would have did this with Tegan Knox debuting or with Candice LeRae coming, nobody knows who those people are. Charlotte Flair is a name at the end of the day. And I don't think she's as bad as a lot of people say she is, honestly. She does just enough to be good. You will always make more money being a good talker versus being a good wrestler. It's more than enough proof to prove talkers always make the money in wrestling. Roddy Piper was not a great wrestler by any stretch. He was a great champion because he can talk. He was a great performer. He wasn't really a champion. He was an Intercontinental champion. But he was a main eventer because he can talk. Savage was not a great wrestler. He could talk. Even though people say that match with Steamboat was what it was, Savage was a showman. His benefits was his promo skill. His moves was simple: body slam, elbow drop. He was not this 15 move guy like Bret Hart or Benoit or all these technicians out there. William Regal. He wasn't nobody like that. He was a bona fide. I do what I can. He was like The Rock. The Rock was kind of like a simple brawler showman. Couple moves, finish, boom, it's over with. Austin, guys like that. So this was one of those things that just really needed to happen. I'm so happy that Charlotte came back because Charlotte, when she's not going off TV, you kind of notice it's an omission of stars. Like, Sasha is, Bailey is, Becky Lynch is, oh my God. Like, it's just like, you notice when she's not there, is my point. But we're going to move on for Charlotte. Thank you, Charlotte. I'm glad she's back. Hope she's in a good space mentally. I'm a big fan of hers. And another thing Charlotte doesn't get enough credit for backstage is how good of a person she is. She's always encouraging people around her. She's always trying to be a role model. She's always trying to be supportive of other females. Now, she's a Stephanie McMahon, women in power. She's that type, but it's not an annoying type way with Becky Lynch being called a man despite not being a very physical wrestler, and Sasha Banks just thinking she's the boss. It's not annoying like that. It's more so it's like a benevolent type, oh, that's nice type thing. That's the reaction I get from it. Let's see what this notification I got here is. All these fake bikini accounts always trying to follow me. Let's see what we got here. So we got a little bit of news. I was gonna go right into the Sasha thing, but I'll wait for a minute. Actually, let me take a pause for a call and slow down. Thank y'all. But whether he agreed with me or not, Justin Fleming was a new person up here. So shout out to Justin for coming up in the room. It's a couple things. I think Sasha was just trending too. WWE Raw. Let's see if we can get some of these hot button topics going. Y'all got to give me a second. I'm gonna just be, scrambling a little bit, but I'm trying to still talk because I hate dead air on any of my shows. Let me bring up a Twitter thing here. Boom, because I got to tag this. Y'all good focus here. Ryback humbled himself, which to me, I don't think that was a good move. I think Ryback, as a star and as a Ryback as a I always forget that Sasha Banks' name is Mercedes Vernado. She's mixed race to everything. Mercedes Vernado. Ryback, yeah, I thought you should have kept being with the asshole thing because now Ryback, Mercedes, not spell this name, Vernado. Now it comes off that you're just desperate for a job from WWE. You should have kept, doubling and tripling down. That's what you should have did. Free Naomi is trending right now. Yeah, you should have kept doubling and tripling down because Ryback, you're the asshole. You got to do what other people aren't doing right now to stand out. You can't be this. Oh, you already shocked the world? Tell everybody you a vegan and all. Like, nobody was expecting to hear that Ryback was a vegan. Let's be honest. Like, people want to see this big overbearing, asshole type because whether people want to admit it or not, assholes always gonna get reactions. Like, people like controversy. That's why Donald Trump and Kanye West constantly troll people because they know it works. That's why they continue to do it. So that it's to a certain extent, you have to be a bit of an asshole to make any money in this company. And I think Ryback would benefit better being a dick to people. He honestly would. I mean, but yeah, he apologized. Apparently, he got his copyrights from WWE, which he was fighting for a very long time, and he finally received them. And he made amends, but you got to keep in mind, It's certain stuff that people not gonna forgive you for. You going after Vince McMahon's mom right after she died. No, actually went after Vince and said he was too coward because Vince mom dated abusive guys. And Ryback was saying, you supposed to be this big guy, but you couldn't stop your mom from being beat. Ryback, you done put your foot in your mouth. You done it now, boy. You done fucked up, basically. Ryback, you ain't gonna be able to ever recover from that. It wasn't a smart move. And you know, in the sensitive world that we live in today, it's just certain stuff that you're not gonna really be able to get away with. It's just sorry, buddy. Or as James Storm was saying, sorry about your damn luck. You out of luck, Ryback. But good for him from a business perspective for getting the shit back. But you're not going to be forgiven by WWE. That was a bad business move, dude. Like, that wasn't smart. Shout out to the 3 people that came in. I don't know who they is, but there's 3 people up in here, maybe from the YouTube end or something like that. But let's continue with the news. Yeah, Ryback, man, it comes off as that you're a desperate ass kisser, man, trying to get a job, brother. You got to stop. You got to stop doing that, man. Try to, I don't know, you're doing well on podcasting and all that. Maybe try to lobby to get a last final match with Goldberg or something. Other than that, I doubt any company that's publicly traded is going to take a risk rehiring you. You kind of a flight risk. Like, they're not going to rehire you, buddy. So maybe try to get a match with Goldberg or something like that, maybe. Or maybe try to get some type of something in Saudi Arabia. That's about it, because the Saudis are really the only people that's going, hey, Ryback, buddy. They don't care about that because they have a sexist culture too, so it don't matter. But anyway, pushing forward, the other big news story going into the situation. Well, let's talk about Ric Flair. We'll say the Sasha thing for less. Ric Flair was saying that he think Roman Reigns lost respect for him after he sued WWE for the using the man, allowing Becky Lynch to use the man, which is Ric Flair's trademark thing. But trademark is only legal paperwork. If you don't got the paperwork for it, you cannot say it was your trademark, Ric Flair. You need to be a smarter, better businessman. You can't go whine, oh, they took my thing after the fact. It doesn't work like that, homie. If you don't got paperwork to prove what you're saying, it didn't happen, basically. So you got to prove that it was your trademark. And if Roman Reigns, dislike you like you would, you're fucking Ric Flair. Do you really care about that? Roman Reigns is trying to follow you, your legacy and longevity. Like, nobody's saying Roman Reigns drip. They're saying Ric Flair drip, homie. So be excited that you're still the nature boy, Ric Flair. Forget what Roman Reigns think. You know Roman Reigns is a company man. I would not be surprised if Roman Reigns is upset at you because WWE told him to be upset at you. Like, that's not. Come on, I just want to make sure my audio's right. Yeah, it doesn't matter if Roman Reigns is upset at you, dude. You're fucking Ric Flair. Ric Flair, what you need to stop doing, though, is alienating everybody from you because you just want to be an irresponsible partying old man. You want to be out looking like a boiled lobster in a floppy suit. Like, Ric Flair, man, leave your legacy on a high note as opposed to a low note. Like, you're finding more and more ways to alienate yourself from your friends every single day. Stop doing it, homie. Get better, do better. You still got a lot of endorsements and all that, even though that plane ride from hell situation almost ruined your career with you groping the lady in the galley on the plane or whatever. It was not a smart, it's not a good look in this age of and you deserve to be canceled if you did it. Let's be clear. I'm not saying he didn't. He does. Anybody that assaults a woman, you're like, come on, dude. You deserve to get whatever ass whipping is coming from you or whatever cancellation is coming from you. So, yeah, Ric Flair, get better, do better. Stop alienating everybody, being a victim all the time. When you fuck up, you deserve to get called out for it. Simple as that. Continuing, Sasha Banks is scheduled to wrestle Kairi Sane, former tag team champion with Asuka. Kairi Sane. She decided to leave WWE in what, 2020, early 2020, late 2019, something like that. She's been gone for a little while. Want to go spend time with her husband. I respect anybody that wants to go pick family life over some company where wrestling gets you hurt. You know what I mean? Wrestling is one of those, or sports in general. Your body is less, certain than everybody else's because part of your sport is being physical. So, yeah, Kairi went back. Big ups to Kairi. I thought her and her partner, however, Asuka, had the best tag team title reign of all the women. It was the most legit. It was the most longevity. Because a big problem with the tag team titles and the way they're treated in WWE is it's just half the time you don't know who have them. They switch hands like a hot potato, so you don't know who has them. And it just don't seem like it's much oomph put into them. Like, and that's why I always said people with that has entertaining backgrounds where that was the backdrop of their character. And I can't even think of any women that were tag team. Maybe Natalia, she's all right. The problem is WWE don't have good writers for their belts. They only have, go out there and, wrestle for 20 minutes. That's all they know how to do. You go out there and wrestle for 15, you go wrestle for 12, you go wrestle for 35, you the main event. You need people that specialize in sports entertainment to make these titles. You can't just have, we got this team we threw together this week against that team. That's never going to get over with casual fans. You got to keep in mind, whether it's fair or not, women's wrestling will always be an uphill battle for women because it's a stigma that women only have jobs because they have to meet a quota. So as the performers, you have to get over that. You have to be more of an entertainer than the guy. You got to be, I'm hot, but I can wrestle too. You need to have this confidence. I think there's a lot of women that's on this roster that's capable of doing that, but certain companies, restrictions and bad management is hindering this. It's a lot of girls a good person. Look at Aaliyah, game to do anything. Dana Brooke, game to do anything. It's women on a roster that's like this, that's gorgeous and as athletic that you can use in these spots. It's a lot of girls, that's what Zelina Vega is good at this. You got the Lioness over in your developmental system. You have what's the other girl? It's a young girl, Australian girl. The one with Dexter Loomis. Indy Hartwell. You got, which is a cool name. Indy Hartwell is a marketable name. Another problem with a lot of these women, they just don't have a mark. As much as I dislike Sasha Banks because I don't understand the hype with Sasha Banks, I will say this about Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks is a big name. And she carries herself. She's a big name in the sense of the world of pro wrestling. She carries herself like I'm the baddest bitch on this show. She dresses like it. She walks like it. She sachets like it. I'm not the biggest fan of hers, but she knows how to make herself stand out. I will give her credit for that. And this is big for Japan all around, no matter how you want to look at it. The more eyeballs that's put on this company, the better. I want to see them do better. A lot of these fans think I'm out, think the Prodigy, I'm out to destroy wrestle or always shit on wrestling. When wrestling's good, I'll give it credit. But when it's bad, I'm going to say it's bad. That's called being balanced and fair. Like, when did that become a problem? So, big for Japan because a lot of these wrestling fans think because they see it, because their friends retweet it and talk about it on Twitter and on social media that this is mainstream. There are only two mainstream pro wrestling companies at the moment, WWE and AEW. Despite Impact being on cable TV, they're not mainstream because they're hitting on some package that people got to pay extra money for in a lot of cases. And then the product is completely unappealing where nobody wants to watch it. They're not in a good spot. They're not in a good situation. It's just people don't give a fuck about Impact like that. And they don't give you a reason to care about them. So, you know what I mean? Y'all just doomed all the way around. And it's completely your fault. So let's see if there's anything else. But I'll be watching the match. I can't say a lot of the times I'm looking forward to watching Japanese matches. However, I'm going to check out just to see how much Kairi Sane has developed and, grown as a performer. I'm genuinely interested in this. Usually I don't give a crap about New Japan or any of these indie shows like GCW. I just don't care. They don't have no stars or their product doesn't grab my attention, so I don't care to watch it. However, I will be watching this just to see how it is. And it's on the 4th. I'm going to probably watch it on the 5th because it's going to be probably, you know what? No, I might actually be up because I work overnight. I'll probably be up. It's going to happen. That's Wednesday. So it'll be Wednesday at about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm probably going to watch it and cover it. You know what? We might actually do that. Expect something from me. And very shortly after that show ends. Let's see what we got going on tonight. As far as it relates tonight on Raw, Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, 2 star names going for the title. You know what I mean? Alexa Bliss is the right person to have in the ring with Bianca because she knows how to wrestle and make Bianca Belair's stuff look good. Apparently, Naomi is set to be in New Japan as well. I didn't know that. Maybe she's supporting Sasha or something like that. The only thing I'll say about this, Naomi, you know what? Both of them might stand out because they actually kind of got like characters a little bit. Specifically, Naomi got the light stuff. That's going to be new to Japanese fans. Maybe American fans are like, it's just Naomi. Japanese fans, however, that's new to them. Whether you like it or not. I'm not the hugest Naomi fan. She's all right. But, I mean, she has anybody that sells that much merch with the light glow, she's unique and she stand out. I will give her that. I'm just not the biggest fan of her. But good for her. I mean, she's going to be over in Japan doing her thing. It's a good look for, maybe minority girls across the board. It's a lot of black girls that love Naomi. And to the Japanese fans, this is something new. Oh, look at this girl with the lights. I've always heard in Asia, well, this is probably more of a Chinese thing, that they take pictures of black people because they don't see them that much. And some people say, that's racist. No, I don't look at it like it's racist. You got to think about it. Non-Asian people is a phenomenon to Chinese people. It's not a lot of non-Asian people living there. It's just one of those things. Maybe when I was younger, less educated, oh, that's racism. Now, as an adult, I look at it like, no, it's literally, they probably never seen these people. When it's 3 billion people that look like you, it's not that many minorities around, So they will be genuinely interested in that, So yeah, good for that. Naomi slated to be in New Japan. Now let's see what's going on in the overall bigger wrestling world. A lot of it is usually rumors, and I have pretty good sources, so I can tell half the time what's bullshit and what isn't. So when we read these stories, I'll be able to tell you. I was excited to see that they're possibly bringing the Hurt Business back, because why rehire somebody like Shelton Benjamin, who can be an asset in multiple ways as a talent and as a coach, and don't do shit with him? And MVP is the guy. He's the mouthpiece. Like I said, talking will always get you more money in wrestling than wrestling will. And MVP is the promo guy. So when you got guys like that, it's good. Where is Baron Corbin be at? Why repackage this man and make him the money man with JBL? They had the poker tournament a couple weeks ago. We ain't fucking seen him. Where is Baron Corbin? This is a big guy with a former football background that the mainstream can relate to. Put Corbin on TV, and then you got his heel mouthpiece, JBL. People are like, oh, that's the dude with the limo with the horns. They going to recognize JBL. You know what I mean? So, yeah, where are these things at? But apparently, maybe he'll be on TV tonight. MVP's putting back to her business. We said that. Roy won't be here before you know it, blah, blah, blah. No, that don't mean nothing. Right now, it's not really a lot of excitement as far as for the people that's entering the Royal Rumble match. It's on the 26th, I believe, of this month. And more than likely, tonight episode of Raw, they're going to start building towards who's actually in the match. That's what's going to happen. It's just right now, long as Cody Rhodes don't win, I'm good. Anybody else can win that's not Cody Rhodes, I'll be good. Even though the obvious person to win is, and people say he don't need it, it doesn't matter. We need a big name on the show. The Rock come out and win the Royal Rumble. Because the same people are going to say, oh, he didn't earn his shot. So why not show that The Rock's going to earn it by winning the Royal Rumble? It's going to be equally as many people complaining, oh, he just got a shot because he's The Rock. Even though his name alone should be enough, but I want to see him because this storyline, as I said hundreds of times, is designed for the tribal chief to lose to somebody from his tribe. That's what the storyline is. Going into WrestleMania in California, it makes too much sense. It's going to be in their backyard where it's a large Polynesian population in that part of California. It only makes sense too many ways, as Rose would say. So those are standout things supposed to happen on Raw. Could have been better, but it's going to be a lot better than certain episodes of Raw have been. This has more hype. Fan Time congratulates Mandy Rose for making $1 million in a month. Hell yeah. Big ups to Mandy Rose making $1 million in a month. Let's see what else we got here. Hell yeah. That's top-notch news right there. Mandy Rose made $1 million in a month. Come on, man. Big ups to man. Rehire Mandy Rose. We're going to end it on that because I feel like that's the best news piece you can get. Follow me on YouTube, TJ the Prodigy. That's TJDA Prodigy, all lowercase words. Follow me on Twitch, King Prodigy Games, all lowercase letters. Or follow me on Twitter. It's CJ Chime 1991. Y'all great as always. Thank y'all. Continue to build with me. I promote your stuff. You promote mine. We grow and make this money together. I'm just playing. Peace, y'all. I'll